All right, so yeah, during London I had gotten my fill, and I'm doing the challenge right now, Apex. I have a static account, so it's going much slower than most other people, as my drawdown is only 625. So anyway, so I'm doing just one attempt, two tries. I mean, I tried it, try once. I got two chances to go at it. In other words, I'm not going in multiple times after I win a trade. So, so this is just going back and taking a look at here. I watched Tanya on her, with her on her stream. She got stopped out, in this area here where price was coming back up over here, and then she had gotten stopped out up here somewhere. Somewhere around here, I was saying to myself, or telling her on the screen, just talking, not even in the chat, because actually I missed all of this. But I just finished listening to her study and watching her recorded her live recording, and so I did too think that this was what is look at it right here. It's 9:10:50. Wait, oops, sorry. Gosh, what was it? It was yeah, 9:50. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, it initially happened here. Now this here does not look like the best M structure here, if even. The way it looks on my chart here, yeah, I don't think I would have felt strong that this was the move, but I do admit still, see 9:45, so 9:50, this here 9:50, it was already here. I almost always say to her inside the chat during the lives, wait for 50, wait for 50, based on depending on what's happening in the charts. But when 50 had came, it ran up, came here, started to drop here. So 50 would be 50 to 55 will be the first like accumulation. In this instance, this is like, you know, the way this looks like, this may have been like a reversal, or it just out of sync, period. Or accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution would happen, but it distributed up. So here would be accumulation, this would have been manipulation, but this is so big that I don't know. Then this is distribution, and it could have been like a late that's how far did I drop, like a late distribution. But either way, this is like out of sync, I feel like, more so. But so price came up and did all of this, and then you go over to 1050 here, and now for 1050 we see over here we have yeah, so that's the 50. It opened, and you would think like this is accumulation, then this here is manipulation, but you see how big this is, manipulation. Then this would have been distribution, so it dropped, and I don't know which one came first, but that's just what happened. These moves, and it didn't take out the high, I would have probably said leave this alone until it takes out the high. And then you come over to 1150, and we see the same thing. It didn't take out the high. And then this is the one here. Now this is beautiful. Check this out. So we see here, we took out the high, it dropped back, dropped down, then dropped down. Now check this out. Look at the bodies. Look at the range of the bodies. Okay. Here to here. For this is for 12 o'clock. Yeah, so this is the 12 o'clock time here. This is 12:05, see down there. So this is the noon range, body wise, high and low. And we have the middle is right here. Okay, so we have price come down, and We have, this is 40, it came down, swept underneath the lunch, 12 noon lunch range, swept down, came back up. This is the manipulation period now. This is a time where price is going to come in to fake out to do the drop. So look what you have here. What do you see here? See, 1250 right here, and it came to where? Right here's the middle. And what structure do you see there? Right here. This here, the order block. See the order block? So that order block's low, look at the top where it says L, is 1950. And right here, okay, price opens, comes up, and look at the high, 1950. Do you see that? In the area of the 50%. So we know that these ranges of session ranges, 12 noon, the lunchtime, a place where price would manipulate it would come after sweep, after going down below as a fake out like it's about to drop. The fake out is actually the rise back up. It rises back up, and a lot of times it'll come to the 50% mark of that session and create an M and then drop. I mean, this would be like considered like high, low, lower, high. Talking about these little arrows here, but anyway, it came to there, and it did it around the time that a move's supposed to start. That right there, 1250. So this here would be accumulation. Right here would be manipulation. This manipulation, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's not, but it made equal highs here. Came right up there, and then it just collapsed at exactly 13. See that? 0. This is distribution. Accumulation is the 5-minute chart. So in the 15 seconds, these are bigger and these are structured things. So you have accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, and it distributes down. It got far down the way. So you're talking about after this here, you would have put it, to be honest, I would have put it a little more into the order block here. So I would have had it somewhere like around here into there, whatever that is, and it ran all the way down. That would have been more than 4 to 1. But knowing that this is now the London close and there would be a reversal, we will be targeting, if not here. I mean, this here appears to be like an original consolidation. Come out 1. All of this here would be like 2, and this here would be like 3, and then this here is the reversal and stuff, and it's continuing down. Might even be a 4 in here, 4 levels of accumulation. So this looks like this is the original, and it made it down. So if you would have been going for, I'm not even gonna put it down. Bottom line, I just really wanted to show this here. This is occurring. The 50 price rolls up into a zone area, okay, right here, and the precise point is right here, and we see price respected that order block, right at the bottom of it, and it dropped down hard. So this is a time where you see that that it worked out. I will admit though, manipulations, sometimes I do generally hope that the manipulations are larger than the accumulations, because that's just what you would expect, so yeah, it's just what you would expect, so yeah, so that's that. All right, later. Yeah, I just wanted to add, note, you know, that's the opening range. Same way, like here we have a, you know, we have a noon lunch range, you know, and of course I chose the bodies where the bulk of the volume is to do the range, and it actually came into the 50 of. Just remember a structure in that area, which is this one. This is became like this is it. This is the item, a PD array at that spot. That's what you're looking for. And price came, and it can stop prior to hitting exactly at it. If there's a PD array there, the PD array is the focus. So the exact place is that low of that PD array. But the same way as you have, this is the range, and now you're working off that range for your calculations. This here is the opening gap. So the equities opened at 930 here, and this was the high of that. In fact, this gray area is that complete total range. So it's it's that hour. It's usually the half. I thought it was supposed to be the half an hour. So that's the first hour after equities open. You know, so that equities open 9:30 to 10:30. That hour. This you know, the move down here was still within that time. So a lot of times you can just wait to look at the 50s that are after, you know, that range has been set. So this is the 50 here. So I could have been either the best thing to do is wait for, because we're expecting lower prices, so wait for what you're supposed to be targeting for. But here we have the 50. We had this is a lot of movement. I don't know if I would have considered this accumulation. The next candle was a larger, so accumulation, manipulation, or this could have been. I would have been debating whether this is reversal, accumulation. Now this definitely is not accumulation. So accumulation, manipulation, and sometimes depending, like if this ran straight up real quick, sometimes I've seen the manipulation cross over. So if in the first minute this happened, I won't know unless I drop down to the 15. You know, that's something that was everything here was looking for the shorts. Like, you know, all of this, the manipulation I could have thought was gonna go up there, but it turned around before this was over with, because I would engage at manipulation. I mean distribution and manipulation. But you know, it ran up. If this happened within the first three, let me see, like a minute or so, I could have got in here for a short. I would not have expected it to be a like it popped out and it started to run up to then come and take this out, you know. But you know, so anyway, yeah, so just outlining that this here, the high wasn't taken out, so the best bet was to wait for that to occur, and that occurred during the lunch hour. So that's when the best trade would have been, you know, taken there. All right, that's all. Got something else to add. Just another thing here. Okay, so okay, again, looking at these two guys here, around that time. Okay, so note here that we have around this 50, we see that there was no shift in market structure. Okay, so when the 50, when you look and see 50 is all the way up here, the move for the down had not occurred. There was no sweep of the lows. That occurred after the fact. Okay, so now we come up here and we have a sweep of the high, yay! And then what do we have? The 12 noon time, and we have this swing here low. That's taken out here. So now we have a shift in market structure, and then price runs back up, and we have the change, the shift already occurred, and now the 50 is happening at a PD array at the middle of a session or a important hour time, which is the lunch period time. Now let's say this was happening, and then you saw, look, the high was taken, yes, a low was taken, yes. So now this is essentially a 2022 model, except for you're using an order block, because this here, there's no fair value gap, so this is not exactly the 22 model, but we have a high taken out here, we have a low taken out here, and we have price rise back up into a PD array, which Michael did say you could replace that PD array with any other PD array you want. This one here is the order block. Now, right at the time when this is about to happen, you look over at your other guy here, and what do you see? Okay, so the same formation is here, right here. You have, this is 12 o'clock range body wise. Here you have 50 is here. You have this last up close candle, so we have price breakdown, and it cleared the bodies but didn't clear the actual low, but it did peek through the bodies. But the biggest thing you're looking at is not so much as just here to say, oh, would you have gotten in this to the drop? No, in fact, we see that this here is a close below this here, this one here. Then it rises up, and what do you see here? This here, looking at this little wick here being taken here, this could be the 2022 exactly. If you want to consider this as, I mean, it technically is. You're saying you have a high, a higher high, and a lower high. Price comes and takes it. So a high is taken. You have price drop back down, and boom, and it takes the low, creating a fair value gap with displacement. Comes up, and creates the fair value gap. Comes up one more time, and that is one tick. You can see it right there. I'm not even going to look and see. It's one tick into there. You would be able to get in there for the short, for the drop. So and you have a breaker here. If you treat this here, this structure here, a breaker here. So you have a breaker in line with an order block. This is the unicorn setup also. So that's that. So and after this pull, that happens. But we do see how price came up to right. Actually, let me see where this is. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is the loss point here. So but this here was actually so it came up to the middle of this early, the range. So this is actually a part of, you see, it's 1255. So at the time when it comes out, it was in the area, so it pulls away. So it just pulls right away. So all right, so the thing is, what do you have here? You have, I know you guys seen it already. SMT divergence. Okay, so you have SMT divergence occurring at a time where price is 1250, at a time where price should be making a move, time, and then the price is the middle of this the lunch hour. Price is this the bottom of this here. So yeah, to be really safe, I probably would have put it a little bit above the mean threshold of the order block to just be more fair. But I don't know what I would have been excited about. I've seen this happen so much where after distribution it's just this big run real quick. I've seen it happen so many times. So yeah, but this here would have been the 2022 exactly. But and this here also is the weakest because it failed to take that high out. This is the strongest. Also, I did not do a check and evaluation to see from my standards And the way I measured weakness and strength, which one was weak or strong, from the 5 o'clock, from the 5, that's yeah, from 5 to 6 that hour there. You know, looks like this is the weaker one. See, it hit low, lower low, low, higher low. This is the stronger, and then it comes and gets weak up here. So, yeah. So it started out strong first, and then it got weak up here and did the SMT divergence. All right, later.